You're sitting at a red light, minding your own business. Out of nowhere, bam, someone rolls into the back of your car. You both get out, you're shaken, but you're okay. You pull out your phone to start exchanging information, and then the other driver says something that stops you cold. You reversed into me. No dash cam, no nearby traffic cameras, no witnesses, just your word against theirs. Now imagine the exact same situation, except this time, there's a small camera mounted behind your rearview mirror. It saw everything: the timestamp, the speed, the angle of impact, the other car's plate number, case closed. Your insurance company doesn't question you. The other driver doesn't get away with a lie. That's the difference between driving with a dash cam and driving without one, and today we're going to make sure you never have to be in that first scenario. In this video, we're breaking down the top 3 dash cams you should seriously consider buying right now. We've gone deep on the specs, compared sensor technology, evaluated real-world usability, and ranked these cameras based on what actually matters when things go wrong on the road, not just what looks impressive on a product page. There's a pick on this list for every type of driver, from the casual commuter who just wants solid basic protection, all the way to the rideshare driver or truck owner who needs comprehensive professional-grade coverage. And stay with us to the end, because our number 1 pick delivers something most dash cams at its price point simply cannot match. When you see it, you'll understand exactly why it earned the top spot. Let's get into it. Number 3. Garmin Dash Cam 67W. When most people think of Garmin, they think GPS. Decades of navigation technology that's been in cars, on wrists, and in cockpits around the world. That track record of getting location tech right isn't an accident. It's the product of years of engineering precision. So, when Garmin decided to build a dash cam, they didn't start from scratch. They built on that foundation, and the result is the Garmin Dash Cam 67W, one of the most thoughtfully designed compact cameras on the market. The first thing you notice about this camera is how small it is. We're talking genuinely discreet, the kind of device that tucks in behind your rearview mirror and disappears. Most people riding in your car won't even notice it. But the size is deceptive, because inside that small body is a 1440p camera with something most dash cams don't offer at this tier: a 180-degree field of view. Here's why that number matters in real life. A standard dash cam shows you what's directly ahead. But a lot of accidents don't happen directly ahead. They happen at intersections, from vehicles pulling out of driveways, from cyclists appearing at the edge of your lane. That extra field of view is capturing all of it. Garmin's Clarity HDR technology solves one of the most common problems with dashcam footage: blown-out headlights and unreadable plates in high-contrast lighting. You know the footage, bright lights wash out everything around them, and the plate of the car that just clipped you is a blurry white blob. Clarity HDR automatically balances the exposure so that headlights look like headlights, and the license plate next to them is still legible. That's not just a technical feature, that's footage that actually holds up. The mounting system deserves its own moment of appreciation. A small coin-sized magnet adheres to your windshield once. After that, the camera snaps on and off in seconds with no tools, no suction cup drama, no mounting arms to unscrew. Moving this camera to another vehicle takes less time than unlocking your car. The Garmin Drive app connects over Wi-Fi and lets you review footage directly on your phone. But the real standout feature in the software ecosystem is Vault, automatic cloud backup that uploads incident recordings to a secure cloud server. Think about what that means practically. Even if your camera gets stolen after an incident or gets damaged in a secondary collision, your footage is already safe. It's already uploaded, you already have it. Driver assistance features round this out: forward collision warnings, lane departure alerts, and a notification when traffic ahead starts moving. These aren't gimmicks. When you've been staring at taillights for 20 minutes in traffic, and your mind drifts, a heads up that cars are moving again is genuinely useful. What works really well: extremely compact, almost invisible on your windshield. Trusted brand with a long history of quality navigation and location hardware, the 180-degree lens captures far more of your surroundings than most cameras. Clarity HDR technology keeps footage usable in difficult lighting. Vault Cloud Backup protects your footage even if the hardware is compromised. The magnetic mount is the easiest installation and removal system in this lineup, where it falls short. This is a front camera only system. You don't get rear coverage out of the box. The 2-inch screen is adequate for setup, but not ideal for reviewing footage in detail. You'll want your phone for that. It sits at a premium price point for a single-channel camera. The Garmin Dash Cam 67W is the dash cam for the person who wants something that works perfectly, looks clean on the windshield, comes from a brand they already trust, and doesn't require any technical learning curve. If your priority is front-facing protection, cloud backup, peace of mind, and a camera that installs and operates with zero friction, this is it. It's the definition of doing one thing extremely well. That's number 3. And it's a genuinely excellent camera. But what if you want coverage from the rear as well? What if you need footage from both ends of your vehicle at the same level of quality? The number 2 pick has an answer for that, and it involves some of the best sensor technology in the imaging industry. Number 2. Viofo A229 Plus, Here's something that happens constantly in dual-camera dashcam systems, and it's a problem nobody talks about enough. The front camera looks great, crisp, detailed, handles low light well, you feel good about the purchase, and then you check the rear footage after a fender bender, and it's a grainy mess. The plate is unreadable, the lighting conditions that the front camera handles. That's not protection, that's the illusion of protection. The Viofo A229 Plus was built to solve exactly that problem. Here's what sets this camera apart from the competition at its price point. Both cameras, front and rear, use Sony's Starvis 2 imaging sensor, both record in 1440p resolution. Neither one is the good camera, while the other is the afterthought. Sony's Starvis 2 sensors were originally developed for professional-grade security systems where nighttime performance isn't optional. It's the entire point. Bringing that technology into both cameras of a consumer dashcam means that the same scenario that reveals the weakness in most dual-camera systems, a rear-end collision at night, in the rain, by a driver with bright headlights, is exactly the scenario where the A229 Plus shows what it's made of. We're talking about footage clear enough to read license plates in challenging conditions from the rear camera under stress. That's the thing that matters when you're filing a police report. Let's talk about two technical specs that sound boring but have real-world consequences. First, 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Most budget and mid-range dashcams use 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi for transferring footage to your phone. It works, but it's slow, especially for 1440p video files. The A229 Plus uses 5 GHz, which means files transfer significantly faster. When you're standing in a parking lot after an incident trying to pull footage to send to your insurance company, faster transfer speed is not a trivial thing. Second, quad satellite GPS. This system simultaneously connects to GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, and Beidou, 4 separate global satellite networks. The result is location tracking accurate enough that it can hold up in an official legal or insurance context. When your GPS log shows exactly where you were, how fast you were traveling, and what your route was, that data is hard to dispute. Voice control keeps your hands where they belong. Memory card support extends all the way up to 512 gigabytes. That's months of footage before anything gets overwritten on normal driving patterns. 3 parking modes, including motion detection with pre-event buffering, protect your vehicle even when you're nowhere near it. What works really well? Dual Sony Starvis 2 sensors. Exceptional quality from front and rear, not just one, true 1440p resolution on both cameras, equally 5 GHz Wi-Fi for fast, practical file transfers, quad satellite GPS for location data that can stand up to scrutiny, excellent low light and nighttime performance across both cameras, up to 512 gigabytes memory card support for extended continuous recording. Where it falls short, adhesive mounting system is less portable than a magnetic setup. If you need to move this camera between vehicles frequently, it's a bit more involved. No built-in cloud backup equivalent to Garmin's Vault feature. Installation takes a bit more time than a single camera system, which is expected but worth noting. The Viofo A229 Plus is for the driver who refuses to accept a weak link in their camera setup. If you want dual camera coverage and you want both cameras to perform when it actually counts, not just in good lighting, not just in ideal conditions, but on a wet Tuesday night when someone hits you from behind, this is the camera that delivers. It's also an exceptional value proposition. The technology inside this camera competes with systems that cost significantly more. For the quality of protection you're getting across both lenses, it earns its ranking at number 2 on this list. 2 excellent cameras. 2 very different strengths, but our number 1 pick goes further than both of them. It brings 3 channels of coverage, true 4K front resolution, a waterproof rear camera, and a feature specifically engineered for hit-and-run scenarios. By the time we're done with this one, I think you'll understand why it's sitting at the top of this list. Let's go. Vantrue N4 Pro S. Picture this. You're parked in a lot, running a quick errand. You come back out to find a deep scrape running the length of your front bumper. The other car is gone. No note? Nobody saw it happen. You pull up your Dashcam app. The motion detection triggered while you were inside. The footage shows the car that did it pulling away, and thanks to the front camera, you can clearly make out the license plate, not just of the car directly in front, but several spots back in the lot. You file a police report. You share the footage. The other driver is found. That's not wishful thinking. That's what the Vantrue N4 Pro S was built to do. Let's start with the headline. The front camera on the N4 Pro S records in true 4K 3840 by 2160 pixels. That's not enhanced HD or near 4K marketing language. It's the real standard, and it's the highest front camera resolution in our entire lineup today. What does 4K resolution actually mean on a dashcam? It means you can read license plates at distances that would be completely illegible on a 1080p or even 1440p system. It means in a chain reaction accident involving multiple vehicles, you have identifiable footage of cars you might not even remember seeing. It means when your insurance company asks for footage, what you hand them is airtight. The sensor driving that resolution is the Sony Starvis 2 IMX678, the same chip found in dashcam systems that cost considerably considerably more. This isn't a rebadged consumer sensor trying to punch above its weight. It's professional-grade imaging technology in a device you mount on a windshield. Now, this is a 3-channel system, front, interior, and rear, and each channel brings something distinct to the table. The rear camera carries an IP67 waterproof rating. That means it can be mounted externally, outside the vehicle, exposed to the elements for truck drivers, for SUV owners without rear windows. For anyone whose vehicle layout makes an interior rear camera impossible or impractical, this camera solves a problem that most dashcam systems simply ignore. B-roll, rear camera mounted externally on a truck bed frame. The interior camera is equipped with infrared LED lights for nighttime cabin recording. When the cabin goes dark, completely dark, that camera still produces a clear picture of everything happening inside your vehicle. For rideshare drivers, this isn't a nice to have, it's documentation. It's your record of every passenger, every interaction, every trip. It's the footage that protects you when a dispute arises, and disputes do arise. Here's the feature that earns the N4 Pro S a category of its own. Plate Pix technology. Vantrue built a proprietary algorithm specifically designed to enhance license plate clarity in recorded footage. It's not just better hardware, it's software-level processing working to make sure that when you need a plate number, you get a plate number. In hit-and-run situations, this is the difference between a case that gets resolved and a case that goes nowhere. Law enforcement needs a plate, insurance needs a plate. Plate Pix was built for that exact moment. Let's talk about storage. The N4 Pro S supports memory cards up to 1 terabyte in size. At normal driving patterns, commuting, weekend trips, errands, a 1 terabyte card can hold weeks of continuous footage before anything gets overwritten. That's not a spec for power users only. That's practical. That's footage from the incident you forgot happened 3 weeks ago, still sitting there when you need it. 4 parking modes, including intelligent motion detection with buffered recording, protect your vehicle around the clock. The buffering is critical. It records footage from before the triggering event, not just after. So instead of footage that starts the moment something hits your car, you get footage of the car approaching the contact and the driver leaving. Complete context, optional LTE connectivity lets you monitor your vehicle remotely. Check your car's status. Get incident alerts, review footage from anywhere. If you park in an unfamiliar location or you're traveling and your vehicle is elsewhere, this gives you eyes on it at all times. The 3.19-inch screen makes in-car footage review genuinely usable. You can check a clip on the spot without pulling out your phone. 5 GHz Wi-Fi handles fast transfers when you want to send footage to your phone or computer. Voice control in multiple languages keeps operations hands-free. Over-the-air updates mean this system improves over time rather than becoming obsolete. What works really well? True 4K front resolution, the highest in this lineup, and genuinely visible in footage quality. Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, professional-grade imaging in the front camera, 3-channel coverage, front, interior, and rear, complete vehicle documentation, IP67 waterproof rear camera, external mounting for trucks and vehicles without rear windows, Plate Pix technology for license plate clarity that actually holds up in real incidents, infrared interior camera for clear cabin recording in total darkness, essential for rideshare drivers, up to 1 terabyte storage support, weeks of footage before overwriting. Optional LTE for remote monitoring and incident alerts, large 3.19-inch screen for practical in-car footage review, where it falls short. Larger physical footprint than compact single-camera options, more visible on the windshield. Getting the best out of all 3 cameras requires some initial settings tuning. It's not pure plug-and-play out of the box. Sits at a higher price point than the other cameras on this list, which is expected given the feature set, but worth stating clearly. The Vantrue N4 Pro S is for the driver who doesn't want to compromise on any angle of their vehicle's documentation. It's for the rideshare driver who needs cabin protection on every trip. It's for the truck owner or SUV driver who needs a waterproof rear camera that can handle external mounting. It's for anyone who has ever stood in a parking lot staring at a dent and really wished, they could read that plate. It's also for the driver who simply wants the best available front camera footage money can reasonably buy, because 4K at this sensor quality is not something you'll find matched at this price point. This is the camera you buy when you're serious, and it earns number 1 on this list. Let's bring this home. 3 cameras, 3 distinct approaches to protection on the road. Here's how to make your decision. If you want simplicity, brand trust, and cloud backup, go with the Garmin Dash Cam 67W. It's compact, it's clean, it's backed by decades of Garmin engineering. The 180-degree field of view captures more of your surroundings than most cameras at this size. Clarity HDR keeps footage usable in difficult light. And Vault Cloud Backup means your footage is protected even if the camera isn't. For the driver who wants the best single-channel experience with zero hassle, this is it. If you want dual camera coverage and equal quality from both lenses, the Viofo A229 Plus is your answer. Dual Sony Starvis 2 sensors, dual 1440p resolution, 5 GHz Wi-Fi, quad satellite GPS. It eliminates the weak link rear camera problem that plagues most dual-channel systems at this price. If image quality across both cameras is the priority, and it should be, this camera delivers. If you want comprehensive, 3-channel protection and the absolute best front camera footage available, the Vantrue N4 Pro S is the one. True 4K front resolution, 3 channels, plate pix, plate capture technology, infrared interior recording, a waterproof rear camera that can be externally mounted, 1 TB storage support. This is the most capable, complete documentation system on this list, and it earns the #1 position by a clear margin. Here's the thing about dashcams. That's worth saying out loud. You'll probably never need to use the footage. Most drives are uneventful, most commutes are fine. But when you do need it, when someone makes a false claim, when a hit and run leaves you with a damaged car and no information, when your insurance company needs evidence you can actually provide, the quality of that camera is the only thing standing between you and an expensive, frustrating outcome. Don't cut corners on that. Check the description below for links to all 3 cameras with the best current pricing we could find. We update those links regularly, so you'll always be seeing current options. If this video helped you cut through the noise and figure out which dashcam is actually right for you, hit that like button. It genuinely helps other drivers find this video when they're trying to make the same decision. Got a question about one of these cameras or already using one of them? Drop it in the comments. We read them and we'll reply. And if you want more honest, well-researched tech content like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And all the Dashcams links are in the description. Drive safe, stay protected, and we'll see you in the next one. Here's a quick note about how this video was made. Because transparency matters to us. The narration you're hearing is generated using AI voice technology. We use it because it gives us clean, consistent audio every single time, without the distractions of background noise or recording inconsistencies that can get in the way of you actually hearing the information. But here's what's important. The research behind this video is entirely human-driven. Real people spent real time digging into product specifications, cross-referencing user feedback, fact-checking manufacturer claims, comparing sensor technology, and making every ranking decision you're about to hear. Real editors shaped the pacing, the structure, and the flow of this video from start to finish. AI didn't pick these cameras. AI didn't write this script. AI didn't decide what mattered and what didn't. We're not here to churn out mass-produced content that wastes your time. Significant effort went into making this video something you can genuinely trust. The AI voice is just a production tool, like good lighting or a clean microphone.